Hi, I'm Kathleen Byram, and I'm the author of Conversations with Donkey, A Bipolar Journey. It's available at Amazon and online at Barnes & Noble and Walmart. I wanted to talk today about questions and answers. I was given a list of questions that I could answer, and I think I will address that now. I was asked, what does happiness look like to you? And my answer that came immediately was flow. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with that term, flow. Most people think of flow as like water flowing. But what I'm talking about is a different kind of experience. The best way I can describe it is, that expression, in the zone. That's what it's like when you're in the zone. When you're working and you're really pleased with how you're doing and you're not thinking about different stuff. You're just totally focused on what you're doing. And everything flows. That is the essence of happiness, I think. What makes you feel successful? Well, I don't think I've ever felt successful, so I'm not quite sure about this one. I think I've sold in a year it's been more than a year, about 100 copies of my book. That's not successful. I never had a career that I went to school for and worked toward and stayed at all my life and got better and better and increased in pay. I didn't do that. Instead, I went from place to place, getting whatever seemed most attractive to me that I could get for a job. And I've been to school a little bit. I'm not answering the question, though. What makes me feel successful? I don't think it would be so much money. I don't think that's the answer. I think it's more like, if I'm satisfied, I know this is going to sound so stupid, if I'm satisfied with myself and what I'm doing. Right now, I don't feel satisfied with myself. I have been fighting depression, and it comes and goes. Lately, the last couple of days, I've been up. That will go away soon, I'm sure. So, what makes me feel successful is being happy. Just being a happy person is really, really important to me. And I guess that's my dumb answer for now, unless I think of something better. What inspires you in life? That's hard too, because, like with art, for example, inspiration. I get inspired by pictures I see that I want to copy. And I have a problem with that, wanting to copy stuff, because I don't have the imagination to put on a canvas what I want to put. And so I see other work that reminds me of what I'd like to do. I don't feel inspired by nature anymore. I used to. I would want to draw or paint something that was in nature, maybe. But I never had a terrible longing for that. What inspires me in life? In life, I guess the closest thing I can get to inspires me is when I read short stories about people who are going against the odds and doing well. I just read about a lady with Down syndrome who became an attorney, and it sounds not likely, doesn't it? But I looked it up. I thought this can't be true. How can this be true? And I looked it up, and I found out that it is true. And that story that I read was very inspiring. What makes you do the things you do? Well, it's a combination of nature and nurture. No, I'm just kidding. What makes me do the things I do? I can be impulsive. So sometimes I don't know what's making me do those things that I do impulsively. I would say that schizoaffective disorder and bipolar disorder probably make me do a lot of the weird things that I do and some of the creative things that I do. And I would say that my mother's faith in me and her love for everything that I do and admiration of me, I would say that that makes me the way I am today. It's a big combination of a bunch of things. Who do you admire and why? The first person I thought of was my friend V. Because she is special. She is godly and warm and friendly and non-judgmental. She is wise. She's funny. She's living her life the way she wants to and having a good time doing it. And I admire all that. I admire her for lots of reasons. If I could go back in time, what would I change? I think I'll save that for another one because it's going on 8:30, 8.5 minutes, and I need to stop this. So thank you for listening. I'll try to make another one with questions and answers after this. And like and subscribe if you would, and comment. Thank you. Bye-bye.